Hey, you hear what your little buddy was saying the other day?
Who? BJ?
Yeah, I heard him going off about how biceps are dumb. He's been buying into all your functional nonsense.
Now you know I didn't tell him that. I train athletes, for God's sakes. Of course biceps are important.
Well, tell him yourself. He doesn't listen to me.
Hey kid, come on over here.
Hey, blowjob, daddy wants a word.
What's going on?
You had some deep thoughts you wanted to share with us, bud?
Yeah, I was just, working out and thinking about how much people obsess on arms. I think biceps are bullshit.
How dare you? This is your doing, coach.
Hold on, Gary. Let's hear this. Now, are you sure you aren't just salty because you got arms like a wet tube sock?
No, I can't even take them seriously. They're just not functional. They're like small little ornaments that sit on the front of your arm, like boobs for guys.
Yeah, arm titties.
Gary, you're over there almost every day, shirt off, obsessing in the mirror. He even talks to them.
Come on, Cindy, you gotta catch up. Your big sister is dwarfing you over here. Cindy, you gotta grow, Cindy.
I just don't see the point.
The point is, when you go to Target with a sick pump, the single moms aren't checking out your erectors, nerd.
You go walk around Target after the gym?
Yeah, they have the Quest bars right next to the Lotrimin and Bronchate at the pharmacy.
And they do have a really diverse representation of body types.
Yeah. It's really refreshing.
I was joking, Gary.
Gary, you hate fat people.
Yeah, they're the fucking worst.
But you like the representation at Target?
Yeah, those ideas really don't go together.
I don't see the problem.
I think drugs and mommy issues are the problem.
All I'm saying is that you don't know that freckles and a tooth gap is your thing until you see a 10-foot poster of it next to the plus-size swimwear. It's nice sometimes to feel things for the first time again.
Just wait until they start normalizing amputees and burn victims.
My browser history won't survive.
Okay, back on track, men. Biceps.
All I'm saying is that every time I go on IG, there's someone else blowing out a bicep.
Oh, mother! Weak things break.
You train them all the time and still tore it. You literally just got it repaired.
You gotta grow, Cindy. Hey, I was doing my yearly Piana tribute. Trent had my tendons like peanut shells. It wasn't a great time to do an 8-hour arm workout.
You're not selling me.
Look, if you don't want to risk splaining your widow ankle, then stay off the court, pipsqueak. When you're actively trying to become a mutant, there's gonna be casualties.
Now, Gary might be a walking cautionary tale, but he ain't wrong. Weak things break, but lifting like a goon makes strong things break too. Get your biceps strong, don't blast gear, and don't lift like a knucklehead. You'll lift more, you'll get injured less, and girls at the bar will stop asking for video evidence when you tell them that you lift weights.
Yeah, I get it. I'm a skinny loser. But it's still so goofy. Like you had me die on a 20-repper of squats last week. You're not the same after that. I gave a homeless guy a 20 on the way home. But you want me to take arm titties? Seriously?
Oh, it's not metal enough for you, huh? Doesn't pass the vibe check, huh there, Linda?
Come on, BJ.
What are you guys laughing at?
I just went from 6 to midnight.
What the hell was that?
That, son, is a strict curl competition. It's the most metal competition there is.
They're maxing out their curl? Like in a powerlifting meet?
Pretty glorious, huh?
No. It's insulting for like 9 reasons.
Look, kid, you think that powerlifting's the end-all be-all, but you've been here for 5 goddamn minutes. Back in the day, it was just cool as shit.
It was cool as shit when they maxed their curls?
Gotta remember your history, son. The Victorious Strongman era culminated with Sandow, who helped popularize strength and essentially created bodybuilding. Through the late 1800s and early 1900s, the strongman stuff would evolve into what we know as Olympic weightlifting. But show pony aesthetics culture went another way. You had silver era greats like Sergio Oliva and John Grimmick who dabbled in both, but heavy bodybuilding exercises with a barbell is what built their physique and strength in the first place. So naturally, guys started testing strength in those lifts too.
So early powerlifting was basically maxing out on every gym lift like a spastic 16-year-old trying to bodybuild.
Yep, sad I missed it. Bet it was tits. And now you got teen bodybuilders afraid of the bottom stack on the cable machine, and dots-obsessed powerlifters making anorexia great again. This fucking generation.
Wow, things really do come full circle.
In 1964, powerlifting officially became a thing.
He's about to...
Yep, you got him started.
But for the decades before then, those lifts were common in competition. And today, there's still a few men around testing their strength the old way. So right now, there's a few strict curl federations that jumped in on the hype, and they're here to make sure that people follow guidelines, so we're comparing apples to apples so that people aren't doing whatever the hell this is. Just like with an Olympic press, it's hard to make sure that people aren't leaning back too far, using too much body English, so we said screw it and just had people lean against a wall with the feet out a little bit to make sure that the body doesn't move. Now, while anybody who trains their biceps and has big damn arms is probably going to do well, training for this isn't different than powerlifting. You want low reps, heavy weight, you want to build neurological efficiency. And since the bicep is relatively small muscle, it actually recovers pretty dang fast from heavy training. This means that people can exploit overload tactics like negatives. They can do heavy partials off blocks. And yes, they can even do repeated singles of the full range lift, which they often do in cluster sets.
Curls for singles. Fucking wild.
And why not? If building absolute strength is a goal, that's sure going to be what does it.
But coach, you only program sets of 10?
Because you're a little baby, BJ, with little baby biceps. It's no different than if I wrote singles for you on day one of deadlifting.
What coach said, you gotta earn the right to eat with the grown-ups, bud. Stop skipping arm day and those little rugrats might not have to sit at the kiddie table on Thanksgiving anymore.
Alright, that's kind of cool, I guess, since it has a purpose. But that's for, like, competitors who want to get good at curls to get good at curls. I compete, but getting those lifts up actually makes me better at other stuff.
Well, actually...
Damn it, kid, now you're just setting them up.
Look, you gotta be dense to think that biceps aren't functional. For the time, the strongest arms in the world were said to be Magnus Samuelson's, who could cheat curl 300 pounds for reps. It's not an accident that he was the king of stones right around the era of Mariusz Pudzianowski. If you think you're going to wrestle a 500-pound Atlas stone or pick up a 400-pound sandbag without a strong pair of arm titties, you got another thing coming. And look at pressing. At the bottom of a bench or overhead press, the bicep tenses up and creates compression against the elbow, just like the lats do at the bottom of a bench press. And the best in the world are going to maximize this to get as much pop out of the bottom as possible. Having a big pair of pythons is like having a built-in pair of elbow sleeves. Record holder Leroy Walker has a 675 bench press in competition and came a pubic hair away from clearing a 700. And you can look at the top bench pressers of all time and they all have one thing in common. Arms that can be mistaken for big pork picnic roasts. But then you got the arm wrestlers, and even they will say that the bicep is probably the least important muscle. That doesn't change the fact that guys like Lavon do 200-pound partial curls with one arm, and it's no accident that arm wrestling legend Denis Saplinkoff had the strict curled record for some time with 249 pounds. In fact, here's Magnus Samuelsson again, arm wrestling Nathan Jones when they thought it'd be a real good idea to put it in World's Strongest Man. One of these men got big as shit on cable machines and hammer strength equipment. The other one was doing heavy-ass curls with a barbell. And while we're on the topic of functional, BJ, how are we doing with your pull-ups? Because last I checked, you couldn't chin your way out of a paper bag. Of course, your lanky ass likes doing deadlifts till the cows come home, and your lats are better for it, so it's not your back strength keeping your pull-up game down. The fact is you can't row shit because you got biceps like soggy pork dumplings. Gymnasts and calisthenic athletes not only benefit from the insane volume of pull-ups that they do, but it's also the pursuit of strength in those movements, progressing to one-arm pull-ups and muscle-ups. In addition to that, straight arm movements are unique to bodyweight athletes. Not only does this scratch the itch for hypertrophy nerds obsessed with the stretch, but this also places a unique stress on the bicep tendon that turns it into god-dang adamantium. You don't want to blow out a bicep? Spend a lot of time loading the tendon with a straight arm. In fact, this inspired me. I'm tired of staring at your flat bicycle tire biceps, BJ. Your next block of training is going to have some serious curl focus. And I'm not writing this program for nothing. I'm going to have you do a meet at the end to make damn sure you put in the work.
Tell you what, chump, to make it interesting, I'll jump into the meet, and I bet I'll mop the floor with you.
Oh good, I guess it'll be nice to run this program with someone.
Fuck no. I'm gonna become a bicep god the old-fashioned way.
Tren and synthol?
And with a sick fucking pump.
Got my boots on, got my gloves on, ready for a fight, no turning back now. Punch the sky, feel the wind in my hair, glowing fists of hope. I won't give up, won't give in. I'm the hero, I'm the star. No one can stop me, I'm in the war. Grit my teeth, let my heart race. In my mind, I'm the one who's gonna make it. I Eye of a tiger, burning bright. Glitter in the night, shining like a diamond in the rough. Feel the thrill, feel the power. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Glowing fists of hope, I won't give up. Eye of a tiger, burning bright, no one can touch. Feel the thrill, feel the power. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, not bad for a little guppy. You lose any connective tissue in the process?
No, actually, that my biceps feel great. You're right. Sandbags, stones, and pressing all feel so much better.
If you feel good, it's because you didn't peak properly. My elbows feel like crushed lava rocks. Pretty much got it in the bag. No mercy in this dojo. Biceps are fucking bullshit. Hey, did you like that? Well, this oopsie daisy is gonna cost me a mountain in medical bills and growth hormone, peptides. It's getting real expensive. But instead of starting to go fund me like a pussy, I'm raising funds the honorable way. With merch and training programs. So support old Gare by getting one of these sick tees. And then go to basestrength.com to get the Base Strength AI app. That one's not even for me. I mean, I can see you from here. That's a favor for yourself. But seriously, it's for me. I'm going to need you to download that app. Send it around. Give it to your mailman for Christmas. Later, nerd.